Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. Wow, that was a workout. I love to work out. What can I say? I'm going to read from the prompter. I want y'all to understand some things that I have to say about business and about my people out there watching me. Thank you, guys. I love you guys. So let's talk business, okay? I'm not even in the camera. Let's talk business. All right, hold on. Let's make this as business savvy as possible. We're going to read from the teleprompter, so it goes like this. Hello, and welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. I wanted to talk about my agenda for the day. To complete this show and finish not only my homework, but my videos by the end of tonight. That's what I wrote earlier today, but I mean tonight. This is the last night that I have. I have free time until Thursday, and I just want to make sure, but I had a lot of stuff to do today. So I plan on sending the footage to all the places that are allotted. I plan on getting more interviews. I want to give a big shout out to my audience out there who watch my show. Thank you to my audience. Thank you, and keep subscribing. Even if you don't have nothing to say, keep watching me. I appreciate you guys. Let me turn it this way. I appreciate you guys. I wish I had a cameraman, you guys. Like, seriously, if I had a cameraman, he would be like moving the camera every time I move the camera. So, let's see. I appreciate your kind spirit. Thank you, as I said before, to the people. And let's talk about something business-wise. Okay. So I know it's nighttime somewhere, some places. I know it's daytime some places. And I know it's afternoon some places. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and even in the middle of the night, good night. If you're in Nigeria right now watching me, thank you. Big shout out. If you're in Canada, big shout out. Alaska, big shout out. Big shout out to everywhere who watch me. Thank you. But the Nigerians, I give them a big shout out only because they don't have the necessities we have. What I mean by that is they don't have light. They have to use fire and flashlights. They're a third world country. So when they watch me, it's an honor because they're in the dark. Imagine this, you guys. Imagine this for a second. I want to do something different. Imagine this for a second. Hold on. I'm going to show you what I'm trying to say. Sitting in the dark like this. Can you see me? No, you can't see me. So, with it being, in Nigeria, I appreciate you. Imagine you looking at a phone in the dark and you get no reception. So, big shout out to my Nigerian people. Big shout out to all races out there that watch my show. Big shout out to everyone who decided that they wanted to tune in at this very time to my show. So, let me proceed. Okay. So I cannot talk about politics, so I keep it short and brief. If you have a business and lose it, it's not the end of days. So if you have a business and you lose it, it's definitely not the end of the world for you, And I've been in the same boat, and I feel like I am very aware that even though you may lose a business, doesn't mean you cannot start another one or build on what you lost by building blocks of your own life. Now, what does that mean? If you okay, I'm gonna break it down in the most easiest way possible. That's too technical because we're digging into physics now. But I'm gonna try to explain using physics. Okay. 1 dimension, 2 dimension, 3 dimension, 4 dimension, 5 dimension, 6 dimension, 7 dimension, 8 dimensions, 9. and there's 11 dimensions, right? So we are three-dimensional creatures, and building blocks, you would say one dimension to your goal, one length of time, whether it be 3 to 6 to 5 to 10 to 25 years down the road, one easy way of getting your platform, or because you could do podcasts, it's so many different arenas out here, you guys. And so building blocks are tools that I've been teaching myself, and I'm going to write a book about one day. And the FBI, the children FBI. I'm gonna keep it PG-13. I know the FBI like, oh my gosh, she's talking about us again. How did she include that? No, seriously. Building blocks. You got one block. Let's say, for example, right, you're trying to purchase a car and you want to know, let's say you have roughly 10,000. I wish I had that type of money. But let's say this in this example that Donald Trump was broke and had $10,000 to his name. And so what would happen is he would have to decipher how much he would put down on a down payment for a house, how much would he put down for a car, how much would he put down for his tissue, his lotions, his deodorant, all that good stuff. But the main goal is the car, right? So let's say he had 10,000 and then 5,000 and then 1,000. So if he had 10,000, he would be able to put money down for a car. If not all of it may go on a car, or save up more money, double up his money. It can go negative, positive. You can double up your money by investing in something that you know will give you earned revenue back, or some type of promotion that'll bring customers to your store back. That's what we do. And that's how I like it. In this world, in this world, honestly, um, everybody uses everybody. I know it's hard to believe, but family uses family. Bro, let me have $5. To all my black people out here, I'm gonna give all my races an example of what we do. The black race. Okay, hold up. Bro, let me borrow $5. You know you're gonna use that for some drugs, so no. My cousin always asking me for $5 to go up the street and get some liquor. You know, okay. Now, my favorite, um, Caucasians. I need $50,000 to buy my new Tesla, put a down payment on a Tesla. Daddy, no. You got 100,000 in a bank. If I give you 50,000, that means you'll have 150,000 out of me. Go use your own money and get out of my face. Mexicans. I'm just gonna steal his money when he go to sleep. Um, who else? Different races do different things. That's the point that I'm getting at, people. It's all fun and games, but y'all know that these are the things that happen. Whether I was Hispanic speaking about another Hispanic, or black speaking about another black, or Caucasian speaking about another Caucasian, I'm all of those races, but I look fully African American. And I can relate. It's funny to watch people. I enjoy watching people, but back to the point, the whole world, I have to get to this point. The whole world uses each other. Family uses each other. We use God. God says to use us, or use him or them. You know, Angels, everybody, aliens, when they come out of space, what do? They want something off of our planet, okay, to give something to our planet. It's obvious. So, in this world, you can never say that you never been used, whether in a good way or in a bad way. If it rubbed you in the wrong way, it was in a bad way. If it rubbed you the good way, then it was a blessing. Ask me this, and then I'm going to move on to the next question. Or let me tell you this. What do you have on right now? Did your family get it to you? Did your job give it to you for working for them? You see how the push-pull mechanism go in effect? Did your child buy it for you? Did your dog buy it for you? Like, think about that. I want you to seriously think about that. So, just remember you have to give something to get something, and get something to give something. You can never, ever think that this is I'm taking 70% and you're taking 30% of 100%. You have to give 50%. People know when you're giving 70% in a business than 100%, or 30% of a business other than 100%. So just remember that. That's why I'm always I have the worst scenarios that happen to me business wise, but I know that I learn from every mistake, because if I didn't, I will be somewhere in the grass right now talking to you guys. My mistakes is what got me this far. And let me tell you about the mistakes I made that brought me to the point I'm at. Like, since I've been here 8 days. 8 days. And I managed to get a lot accomplished based on the people that I ran into. Big shout out to my landlord. Big shout out to the people that I've met around here. Big shout out to a lot of people, seriously. Whether black, white, Hispanic, whatever, I appreciate you guys. Big shout out to my state that I'm in. If you watch me and you just started knowing who I am, I'm a ghetto nerd type woman. So back to the point. So you get that car, right? You get that car and you sit up there, and now you have a $500 car payment. So if you took that $10,000 to get a car, and now you put a down payment and still have a high payment, you're losing. So why not save enough money to just buy the car so you don't have to worry no more? Then if you're buying a house, let's say they require 50, but you only have 10. So if you could save really quick, let's say $250 a month times 12. Let's add that up. I can't calculate that in my head. Wait, I can. 250, that's 250, that's 7 times 12. 7 and 12, 7 times 2 is 14. 12, 7, 14, 54. No, let's see if that's right. Hold on. So 250 a month times 12 is, I was way off, you guys, 3,000. So imagine selling, okay, so for times 36, which is 12, 24, 36, 3 years. So in 1 year, you make 3,000. 6, 9. That's 9,000 in 3 years. So that's just with $250 a month. That's just with 250. If you never touch the Starbucks again, or a smoothie shop again, or any of that, This is free information, you guys. Yeah, it doesn't sound scripted, but I'm just being honest. This is free information, and so the house and the car can wait until you have enough money. And so just imagine some people out there like, ooh, I could save more money than that. And some people like, I can't even save $5 to get a pack of cigarettes. But make sure that you continue to save what you can. If you were to find 1,000,000 pennies in the world, just start picking up pennies in the world. How much you think that'd be? 1,000 pennies is $100. 10,000 pennies is $1,000. So if you had 1,000,000 pennies, that would be 100,000. But what I'm looking for, this is what I'm when I get more money, I'm gonna get a shirt, right? Y'all gonna laugh, y'all gonna flip out at my shirt. It's gonna say Googleplex, the Kimberly Cloud Show, Googleplex. Don't ask me, no, I don't know if I want to say ask me how or tell me how. I don't know what I want to say on the back of the shirt versus the front, but it's going to say the Kimberly Cloud Show. And it's going to have a picture, a good picture, not just a picture of me smiling. No, it's going to have a good picture, a professional picture. And I'm going to make sure I have Googleplex in there because nobody can reach Googleplex in their lifetime. Other than, I'm not going to say, I'm not going to bring politics into this. So when we try to stick to the plan, whether 3 or 6 months, up to 5 years, you create baby steps, saving your money and being broke. You know, I would rather live broke and be rich than to be rich and be broke with all these expensive, extravagant, lavish bills. You go to the hotel room, and because you are who you are, they bill you 500,000 per night or 50,000 per night, no discount because you are a high-end celebrity that is sleeping on a high rise. So yeah, the more money, the more problems. Just like Biggie said, it was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Ah. I remember that magazine. I couldn't afford Word Up, but I used to watch it in going to through the lines. Through the lines, they used to be Word Up right smack there. We done lost a lot of trust in our magazine companies too. You know, I believe in them. It was all a dream. It all started with a magazine. Actually, y'all, and I'm going to say this, let me make sure I cleared everything. So it was all a dream. I don't know why I keep saying it. I got to give a shout out to Biggie, but it was all a dream. And he sat up there, and this whole magazine thing is a brilliant tool, but where it come from is very, very unique. Millenniums ago, we were writing on stone with sharp objects to get our history out there. And only a selected few of archaeologists can read, and other majors can read through what some of this biblical and some of this things has said, you know? So a magazine is an advanced tool used to get out everyone's story. To be quite honest, I decided that maybe in the near future I would produce a magazine. I really need to get in contact with you, Dylan, because I want to hire my own production team for the Kimberly Cloud Show magazine. You have Dylan Kibo Daily, which I've been in 3 times, but I want to hear somebody talk about the Kimberly Cloud Show magazine because I had a lot of special, cool guests on my show. And not only do I want the Kimberly Cloud magazine, but I want to talk to big tech companies about things that I could bring to the table if they would help me, train me just a little bit. It doesn't have to be much. Train me just a little bit to go in there, analyze some technological things that they can't seem to get or grasp, these chemists or mad scientists or whatever, and go in there and take care of it and explain it. I want to be a creator of all types of technological things, new advancements for our population out here that is dying and getting frail, you know. Seriously, I really want to help the community, one person at a time. I don't care if 10 people don't like me. One person is all I need because that shows that those 10 people, mine, are diluted. I just look for the positive in people. I've always been that way. I look at their positives and watch their positives until they start showing me negatives. And I am so happy that I'm able to I I'm going to try to go to every big tech company in this town, or at least call before I go and tell them what I want to do for the community and what I plan on doing by the time I'm 73, if not sooner. If I can have it my way, by the time I'm 45, I want to invent a time machine or something close, a prototype. If we can get a prototype out by the time I'm 45, which is in less than a decade, I would be happy. But I have to do a lot of grinding. Like, we have the metaverse, we have time travelers. This isn't misinformation. This is something I want to create. I want to create the first African American woman to create the first time machine. But it won't be, oh, you get to go back on your own leisure. Because just imagine how many people will be bending the law and manipulating things if everybody had like power to go back fully. You would have to have a license, a special license, and it won't be as easy as you think it will be. And just like Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk and the great Donald Trump, 45th president, have their own platform, I want my own platform too. As you can see, I try to grow my audience as much as I can, but I want my own platform, my own intelligent platform, and it will be a page for bullying and people that want to speak out on being bullied every day. Anonymous people, people that don't want to be anonymous. Nobody really have a platform that's that huge. Y'all don't know how many people get bullied today for speaking up and having creativity and imagination. Just imagine those people if they were at their full potential, other than getting slapped down every 5 minutes by a parent, a guardian, a family member, a friend, or not. Specifically for bullying, specifically. I want to help those children out there. I hate bulliers. I hate people that bully people. That's the only thing I hate. Because to have to look, see, I'll say this and then I'll get off because I have to end with this. To have to look in that person's eye that was bullied, to have to look in that person's eye that was bullied and see them cry and look at themselves in a mirror and them go back and forth about whether they want to kill themselves or not, whether or not they want to cut themselves or go somewhere far so it can all go away. Well, sweeties out there that's being bullied, it's not going to go away. And what I'm doing is for all of you guys that are being bullied. I'm not standing for bulliness. I won't stand for it. Because if I stand for it, I'm going to allow it to happen to another person. And that I won't stand for, because I can't stand the look on those people's faces when they bully somebody. And if you're the bullier, I'm coming for you legally, through the Constitution, through the Congress, because I'm sick of this. These children don't deserve this. And their frequency get jacked up. And then they go all the way across country, and their frequency is so jacked up that other people treat them the same way. Stop bullying. And then the funny thing about this is, you can, bullying is not a cool thing. Bullying can kill people, and some people want people to die, and that's not cool. If you're the bullier, like I said, I'm coming for you. Don't bully me, and don't bully these veterans. Don't bully these children. How about this, bullier out there watching? Why don't you go bully somebody your own size? Or why don't you just bully somebody because you are a co-conspirator to suicide? You're not only a co-conspirator to suicide, but you're a co-conspirator to manipulating somebody's mind, challenging their mind, making them feel ugly, insecure, wrong. It's not right. I'm sick of seeing these shows where these children, 13, 14 years old, die. Because this is the God honest truth, because of a bulliers bullying them. See, I promise you, one more minute. What y'all don't understand is, you can sit up there, one person can be talking, one person, okay? Let's say I talk about somebody to myself. That's one spirit talking about somebody else to themselves. Then you have two spirits. That's like me talking to a friend. That's two spirits against another spirit. Then you got 3, 4, 5 against one. Y'all better start repenting to them bulliers out there, because God sees everything. And we know this. We've learned this in the Bible. And one day you're going to have to be questioned, just like you damaged somebody's brain mentally. You're going to have to be questioned about your actions and your motives leading up to a person's death, or almost leading up to a person's death. The courts may let you go. The courts may give you 7 years. That's nothing. You can do that like nap time. But when you finally expire in this world, you meet God. And that's all I'm going to say.